a little NBA magic is about to begin. Today, we're talking about a duo that's about to take the league by storm. One is a young rising star from Slovenia who is renowned for his superb ball handling and court vision. The other player is a seasoned veteran, a master of dribbling and shooting, and he has won championships to his credit. Together, they form an unstoppable force that will leave their opponents trembling in their sneakers. That's right, we're talking about none other than Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. However, Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett don't think this duo is a good fit. Interesting. And why is that? Well, let's see in the video. So sit back, relax, and get ready to hear it all. It was seen as a dangerous move when the Brooklyn Nets sent Kyrie Irving to the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks had high expectations for the point guard, believing that he would improve the performance of their best player, Luka Doncic. However, given Irving's erratic behavior, there were concerns about how effective this alliance would be. Even though Doncic publicly expresses satisfaction with his current situation, there have recently been rumors that he is not. Given this, the Mavericks must choose between giving Irving a long-term contract and letting him leave. This choice will depend on how well he meshes with the team and whether his presence would aid in resolving the problems that the Mavericks organization is currently experiencing. The NBA All-Star Game will be a showcase for the team's freshly acquired star power, which includes Doncic and Irving. In this year's tournament, they are the only team with two starters. Fans of the Mavericks are undoubtedly hoping for a change in the team's fortunes, but it is unclear how their collaboration will go. Some have questioned whether the combination will function generally. Regarding that, Julius Randle had no worries. Results will be obtained on the court thanks to the very sophisticated grasp of the game that Doncic and Irving both possess. Personally, I believe it will be a big success, Randle added. Those two guys are smart, intelligent, and skilled basketball players. Kevin Durant, Irving's former co-star, has already taken note of the outstanding outcomes he can produce with Doncic. In his last game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Irving scored 26 of his 36 points in the fourth quarter to help the Mavs overcome a 26-point hole and come back to win. They're going to be amazing, Durant predicted. You've already seen it. They were down 26 points going into the fourth quarter, yet they still managed to win against the Timberwolves. Throughout his NBA career, Jrue Holiday, Milwaukee Bucks star, has guarded Irving a lot. Few players have perhaps more knowledge of what makes him such a difficult opponent to contain. Even the greatest players in the NBA find it difficult to handle Irving's skill mix because it makes him unpredictable. He's the best at what he does. Holiday praised Irving's handling of opponents, quickness, jab, step three, and ability to finish on both legs. It's his handles, his quickness, step three, shoot threes where they're like unstoppable, said Holiday. He can do them with both hands, so you can't tell whether he'll utilize a floater. You have no idea whether he'll hang in the air and throw it off the glass, or even if he'll strike you with a fall-away. So, in my opinion, he is the whole package. Regarding Doncic, there was a great explanation from Nikola Jokic regarding why he's such a unique talent. The reigning two-time NBA MVP described Doncic as being a one-man army and someone who can destroy you, who can really manipulate the game the right way. There's no good matchup for him. If he has a smaller guy, he's going to post him up. If he has a bigger guy, he's going to go by him. He has a deadly step back. Jokic explained further. He has a really big basketball IQ. He has a really good view, seeing the floor really on a different level. Basketball-wise, he's a really unique player. Picking the right matchups is by no means the only difficulty the defense confronts while defending Doncic and Irving. Domantas Sabonis brought up a few things, one of which is the difficulty of trying to double-team any of the Mavs' backcourt players. Tyrese Halliburton voiced faith in the ability of both players to play without the basketball in their hands, despite the fact that Doncic and Irving are two of the NBA's most dangerous isolation scoring threats. Although Doncic hasn't needed to do it as frequently lately, his prior experience during his rookie season and with Real Madrid should inspire confidence in his abilities. The two combined provide something very fascinating, and it'll be challenging for anybody to figure it out, according to Halliburton. Those are obviously two of the toughest one-on-one covers in the league, he said. I believe they can both play off the ball, which is overlooked about those two. Kyrie's done it before, Halliburton said. Although Luka hasn't had to do it yet, he's one of the league's smartest players and will figure it out. Jalen Brown, who is formerly teammates with Irving, is curious to see how Doncic and Irving utilize their superior knowledge of the game as they work together more often. If they are able to connect, he believes it would be quite intriguing to see. "I think the world is just going to kind of wait and see how it transpires," Brown added. "Getting any chemistry going takes a little while, but those two are very important, more than anybody we've seen. Kyrie and Luka can put the ball in the hoop. It will be interesting to see how they interact and utilize their brains." Paul George, who has played Doncic in 2 postseason series, had a similar opinion. Despite the fact that it will take some time for them to really find their rhythm as the chemistry process develops, he loves the potential in general. However, if you ask 2 Hall of Fame Celtics who are breaking down the contest for the Showtime Basketball KG Certified podcast with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, they would likely tell you that they do not think the duo is a good one. I mean, how? One explanation may be that both Doncic and Irving are ball-dominant players who need a lot of touches and opportunities to make shots in order to be successful. They could find it difficult to get along if they were teammates and to strike a balance between their respective playmaking and scoring duties. Conflicts and a lack of chemistry on the court could result from this. Their playing methods could also be a factor. Doncic is well renowned for his powerful all-around game and his capacity to open up scoring possibilities for both himself and others, while Irving is more of a point guard who is focused on scoring and is excellent at setting up his own shot. A conflict in terms of their respective roles and game strategies may arise if they were to play together. Well, the 2 Hall of Fame Celtics, Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, may share this opinion based on their experience as players and their knowledge of the game. Both players have played in the NBA for many years and have seen firsthand how important it is for a team to have good chemistry and a clear understanding of roles. As I mentioned earlier, both Doncic and Irving are ball-dominant players who tend to hold on to the ball and create their shots. If they were to play together, they might struggle to find a balance and could potentially disrupt the flow of the offense. Garnett and Pierce might believe that this lack of cohesion could hinder the team's success and prevent them from reaching their full potential. The fact that Doncic has just returned from a heel ailment that kept him out for 5 games could make it obvious. And Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving didn't have the best start to their combination last night as they fell to the Sacramento Kings in overtime. But given that, they are 2 of the NBA's most talented players. There's tremendous anticipation for many NBA players and fans to watch how the Mavs combo performs as they share the floor together and each acquires on-court experience. Whether it was DeMar DeRozan, Anthony Edwards, or Pascal Siakam, they all said it would be entertaining to watch, but they are all prepared to battle with them because of the difficulties the pair provides. "They'll be terrific together," George predicted. "I am aware that they are still working things out. They have some little issues to work out, such as who gets the final shot or other minor issues. However, those 2 will have a unique connection. They have exceptional playmakers and scorers, and, they're going to be a team that's entertaining to watch." And that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining us today as we delved into the controversial opinions of Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett on Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving's compatibility. Love them or hate them, Pierce and Garnett certainly know how to stir up the pot in the basketball world. But before we go, let us leave you with this thought. The beauty of basketball lies in its unpredictability. Who knows? Maybe Doncic and Irving will prove these NBA legends wrong and create an unstoppable duo on the court. Or perhaps Pierce and Garnett's insight will prove to be spot on. One thing's for sure, we'll be here to break it all down for you. Until next time, keep ballin'.